Hello, my name is Robert Ford. This video is being made August 25th, 2020. For most people, their world has been turned upside down since the end of February and beginning of March. And my life has been turned upside down as well, but for completely different reasons. Before I talk about that, let me share a little bit about myself. I'm 67 years young. I've been happily married for 35 years. I have 2 daughters and 2 granddaughters. I grew up on a blueberry farm in northern Indiana, and this was where I learned the value of having a good work ethic. After high school, I went to Indiana University's business school and graduated with honors. After graduating, I entered the workplace during a recession. I worked at several amazing companies, but I always felt like a square peg in a round hole. I was in my late 30s when I was fortunate to meet a very successful man who steered my life in a new direction, and today I'm so very grateful he did. Would it be okay with you if I shared why? Remember when I said my life had been turned upside down? Here's what has happened. I went to see my primary care doctor on February 19th and was told that I had a growth in my left lung and needed a CAT scan as soon as possible. It was scheduled for the very next day, and he told me he would call me back with the results. On February 20th, at about 5:30, he called and told me the radiologist saw cancer in my right lung, in my left lung, and my adrenal gland. He went on to say that I had stage 4 cancer and most likely had less than 12 months to live. For the next 4 weeks, I was having one doctor meeting and one medical test after another. Thankfully, I had a lot of people praying for me, and a miracle happened. Because my lymph nodes were clear, and the MRI showed that my adrenal was cancer-free, my diagnosis was changed from stage 4 to stage 2. Since then, I have undergone 2 lung surgeries and have had almost daily therapy, so it left me with no time to work. Yet, my income this month is $18,471.49 because of how that meeting with this man impacted my life. Would it be okay with you if I shared what I learned that day? Our meeting was about 2 very important points: the 45-year plan most people follow, and the 2 ways we can make money. He began by saying that money can either come from time or from assets, and that financial intelligence is measured by 1, how much you make, 2, how much you keep, and 3, how hard your money and your assets work for you. Most people, he told me, are following the wrong plan, as evidenced by the Social Security Administration. According to them, if you take 100 people in their 20s and let them work for 45 years, at age 65 out of those 100 people, 20 will have died, 62 are flat broke, 13 will still be working, so 95% of the people are dead or broke. 4 will be financially healthy, and 1 will be rich. When he told me this, I had one of those moments when I realized that even though I was doing okay, I was paying my bills on time, but really was just getting by. What was really scary, though, was if I was just getting by with 100% of my income, what would my life look like at retirement? He then introduced me to a study by Robert Kiyosaki, who wrote the book The Business School for People Who Like Helping People. Robert says there are 4 different types of people: employees, self-employed, business owners, and investors. The employees and the self-employed are the 95% who make money from time. The business owners and investors are the 5% who can retire financially secure because they make their money from assets. He then introduced me to a very unique business model that would enable me to build an asset that generates ongoing monthly cash flow. The business is really simple. It can be a 3-year plan where the average person working 8 to 10 hours a week could double their income. When I heard that, I thought, that sounds pretty good to me. If I could double my income in 8 to 10 hours a week, that would be life-changing. But the first thing I wanted to know was, what is this going to cost me? As it turns out, he told me, there's 0 risk. I said, what do you mean there's 0 risk? He replied that the people who get involved in a legitimate business get massive tax breaks. Mine was about $400 a month, and my business cost me about $150 a month. So I was $250 a month to the good. So there's 0 financial risk if you put 8 to 10 hours a week and follow some simple directions, and you could double your income. I thought that's pretty cool, to be able to double my income with 0 financial risk. When I heard this, like most people, I was excited and curious and wanted more information. But honestly, some people don't. They'd rather watch TV or just drink beer than learn how they could have a more secure financial future. If you would like more information, let the person who introduced you to this video help make that happen. In just a few minutes, you would discover if this is something that would be a good fit for you or not. Because I was open-minded 30 years ago, not once while dealing with my cancer treatments and recovery have I had any financial worries these past 6 months. And I am happy to say that I'm now cancer-free. Please get back to the person who introduced you to this video so you can learn how you could build an asset that continues to generate cash each and every month, even if you can't work. I wish you all the best.